listeners, how do you do? This is my podcast and it's just for you. It's called Ted Talks and it's a load of shite, but I hope you enjoy it because I've kept it light. It's 30 minutes long and all about Teesside, the people, the places and the Boro pride. Now then, listen, fucking episode 18 of Ted Talks, the Ted Hanky Podcast. I can't believe, I've got a proper bonk on about it, I really have, honestly. I've got deep, hard wood just thinking about how excited I am about reaching 18 episodes of my podcast. You know what I mean? I can't believe you daft bastards are downloading it. Have you not got nothing else to do? I only can keep downloading it because, I just need to be liked. I need to be wanted. I need to be required and needed. So that's all I'm saying about that. Listen, Middlesbrough, as expected, fucking shite. Lost, but we did well. We played a lot better, and I think that's down to my campaign of make Boro great again. If you didn't see my video, have a look on Facebook because it's had 5,000 views, and that means you're one of the Doyles who haven't seen it. And it's class because it's motivational and it's true. It's from the heart, and it's about getting the Boro, the town, and all the people behind it, behind the club and Woodgate, and getting us back up there because we did all right against West Brom. So, and they're top of the league, so we need to take some sort of positivities from that and just do a lot better. Anyway, I'm not going to talk much more about them because they're doing me head in at the minute. So I've got another cracking show in store for you. I've got probably one of the best guests in the world on my show today, and I think it's going to have all the lads proper excited, and all the lady listeners are probably going to be a little bit moist. That's all I'm saying. So strap yourselves in and just fucking enjoy it. Right then, so my guest on the podcast this week is the one and only, the truly fantastic, special one himself, fucking Jose Mourinho. Jose, how you doing, mate? All right?
Hi, Ted. Great to be here.
It's great to have you on my show, mate. I've probably never had someone this good looking on my show ever, to be honest.
Well, I think that is our ultimate compliment.
Very good compliment indeed, to be honest. What have you had for your tea tonight, Jose? Anything nice?
Well, I was there going to, being in England, I going to shoot for fish and chips.
Fish and chips? Did you have mushy peas?
I thought about mushy peas, Ted, but then I did not bother because it looked a bit like green shit.
Green shit. Do you know what? I once had a really bad trip to Amsterdam where I took loads of wacky backy, and yeah, it was bad. And on the way back on the ferry, I had a full-on green shit, but it wasn't like mushy peas. It was like the size of a big fucking shit, but it was just bright green.
Good God! I mean, is that it? Have you got intestinal problem there, or?
To be honest, mate, it looked like the Hulk's cock.
The Hulk?
Yeah, a smash.
The Hulk.
From the Avengers, that one.
Yes. It's like a big green man.
Yeah, the Hulk's got a head like Deriva, who used to play for the Boro. You might not be aware of him because he used to sign good players at your clubs. So,
well, when I decide at Manchester United, Chelsea a little bit, I was told who to sign. I did not want Paul Pogba. I did not want some players, but I had to have them anyway.
Did you sign Phil Jones?
No, I did not. I thought he had too big of a chin.
Good, because I wouldn't have signed him either, even if someone had given me there's 4 million quid and Phil Jones, and I went, fuck off!
Yeah, I said the exact same thing about Paul Pogba, but they said, no, you have to have. But I agree, Phil Jones, bad player, bad looks, not like myself and yourself. So I agree.
I'm glad you said that because I am really handsome.
I think you're a very attractive man, Ted.
You're a good looking man yourself, Jose. Like you've got one of them. You've got that little dimple in your chin, like a little bumhole chin. That's nice. Ladies like that.
Well, not so much as ladies, Ted, but more
men as well.
Some men, yes. Don't get me wrong. Some women would like to be with me. Some men want to be me, and then there's men who would like to be with me as well.
And then there's me who'd like to beat in you. I'm only joking, I'm not one of them.
Everyone has a price.
I'm not really fussy, to be honest, like, but
I'd say, I make a lot of money. I do what is needed to do.
Well, if you want to pay me, I'm up for it, like.
Should we be talking about this?
We'll talk after the show. Which established you're a good-looking man. You've got, like, when you first came to this country as manager of Chelsea, you left Porto, didn't you, to come here? Yeah. I thought, who's this bronzed, dark-haired, beautiful man? He's got a lovely voice, and he's come here to Chelsea, and he's a manager, and I like him. Who is he? And it was you.
Well, I can see why you would think that, because much was made about I'm special manager, but also I am special man in the looks department because I am beautiful man as well.
What happened? Because over the years of spending time in England, you lost your tan and your hair started looking more like white candy floss.
Basically, what happened, Ted, was it was the English diet, and no offense to English people in Portugal or Spain, we eat a good diet and whatnot.
Do you have fish and chips out there?
I have fish and chips, and it's fish and chips that made me fat, and I think probably made me grey.
And in Portugal, you'd probably have something like swordfish and scallops.
Not as much scallops, but you're
swordfish and boiled potatoes.
Yes, with a hint of
basil.
Basil, absolutely, yes.
Good. I'm glad we established that, mate, because I'm really jealous of your looks, and I've always modelled my hairdo on when you first came over. I'm lying because it's nothing like yours, was it? Really?
If I must say, I think you have very retro, sexy hair. I would like to have that myself, but I don't think I could pull it off.
Do you think I look a bit like Zola?
You know what, Ted? I think you look like Zola, but obviously you are taller than Zola.
Yeah.
And I think you're a much more attractive and sexy man.
And I don't look like a little pony.
No, the problem is with Zola, fantastic player, very good player, but he looked like something out of Labyrinth.
Like he did, yeah. Yeah, he did remind me of the babe.
With a troll face and such a...
Hoggle, he looked like Hoggle out of Labyrinth. So we've talked about your hair and your tan and that because it's all proper nice. Have you ever thought about like growing a little goatee? Because I know you've had stubble before and I think you look proper mint with a stubble-ish. But what about a goatee?
Well, not that, because end of the day, Rafa Benitez put me off goatee. And I only think, I tell you this, that I only think that Rafa had goatee because when I came to England, he did not have goatee. But when I come, he knows he's a very unattractive man. He has to compete with me. He's done nothing but compete with me. So he grows goatee to try and compete with me. But he's still very fat, unattractive man.
So you're saying, right, that he's grew a goatee just to wind you up for being Jose Mourinho?
I'm not saying that. I'm 100% saying jealous, fat, bald man. And he was doing that to try and emulate me.
If he's the fat waiter, are you the nice skinny one?
I'm the attractive... when you go... Have you been to abroad, Ted?
Are you on reception when we walk in? Do you show us to the table?
I'm not the one on the reception, Ted. You know when you have waiter come over and he is sexy young Spaniard with slick back hair?
Oh, yeah.
And then sometimes you get out of the kitchen the fat waiter with fat and baldy and that is Rafa.
That's Rafa.
Yes. I'm the good-looking waiter.
So he's not normally the waiter. He's like, hang on, Manuel's off sick today. Let's get Rafa out the kitchen to help out.
Exactly that.
Yeah. I can see that now. That's what Newcastle did, didn't they?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's interesting. You're out of work at the moment, aren't you?
I am, Ted, yes.
Are you signing on the Doyle?
I tried to sign on, but problem came when they said to me, they said, I'm sorry, we cannot give you Doyle because you are worth over $160 million. So
how much money you got?
I told them that some of it is personal, but they said, yes, you have that much money, yes.
And you must pay a lot of tax.
I do.
All right, we won't go into that. I've just realised I've opened up a can of worms there.
Worms as such, but they're Switzerland, and we better not go talk about that.
Well, after this, we'll talk about me lending a couple of quid off you. Right, listen, this is a really good fucking question, this, because I've got it written down here. I once lost my job at Costa Coffee, right, for putting pubes on a cappuccino by accident, right? Right? So
yes,
it was like I left it for 3 months unemployed. I tried to do a little bit of work. I sold a big issue. I did a bit of decorating for me mum's mate, stuff like that. Uh-huh. And then they re-advertised for new staff. So I reapplied and I didn't get the job. How the fucking hell did you get the Chelsea job again after being sacked?
Well, Ted, what happened with that was end of day. Roman Abramovich, he said to me, "Would you like job?" I said, "I would." And unfortunately for me, Roman has sexual tendencies.
You slept with him?
I didn't sleep, but I had to do things that I would normally never do. And I think that is enough said about that.
All right. So is that grey you've got, or is it spunk?
It's
British people. We have new lady escort service called Starling's Darlings. Previous offices in Salisbury.
That is head office, but nothing to do with ex-dissident KGB agent being killed. Believe me, we want you to come, have a good time, tell prostitute anything you like, and all confidential, no listening devices at all.
Particular discount for gentlemen who work at ICI and British Steel of Redcar.
Yes.
You might want lady to accompany you to sportsman's dinner, or maybe even child's five-a-side award tournament.
Possibly parents' evening, where you're single parent and you feel inferior for going to parents' evening by yourself.
That's right, we can supply many Russian ladies or sluts, however you want to call them, to accompany you to such events.
They will do anything you like, anything at all. So feel free to get in touch for such services, all at your pleasure.
That's right, all you need to do is go to starlingsdarlings.com and enter bank account details, family history, and financial details of the reward.
Had some interesting moments at Chelsea. We're not going to talk about Man United just yet, or Madrid, but Chelsea. What was your thoughts on when you like this? When John Terry crossed the bridge?
Oh, right.
See what I did there?
I thought you were indicating when he was having an affair with Wayne Bridge's wife.
That's it, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was proper bonking her, wasn't he?
Well,
Was he wearing full kit as well?
Well, you know John. You know what John is like when
knobhead. He's a fucking knobhead.
When Chelsea won European Cup from entirely my team, John did not play, but he wore his kit anyway. That I know for a fact is what John does when he has sex. He wears his football kit.
In shin pads as well. You don't know when you're going to get a kick in the shins when you're having a bonk.
No, apparently he's sponsored by Umbro, and he wears Umbro even when they're having sex.
Oh, yeah, I wear Sondico, shin pads, me, like.
That's good.
Yeah, good protection. Sondico condoms.
With condom?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
yeah.
Did they do extra small?
Why do you want some?
Again, mate, sorry, it's better off camera, this sort of thing.
Yeah. I can imagine with you...
I'm really extra large.
Well, I can imagine you being Mediterranean, that, 65% of your penis is covered by bush.
Well, it depends on the female.
I like the way you said that, like it was inside of a woman. That's what you meant, didn't you? I was on about your own piabs.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, in Mediterranean, we don't shave as much as we should, but some gentlemen don't do what they should do. But it's quite messy.
I like a good a good bush, mate. I don't just mean Kate either. I mean, like, I love a nice, thick, coarse black bush on a lady that I can just nest.
But isn't that dangerous for eyes and their gums, such as that?
Have you never wore sex goggles?
God, no. What are these? What are goggles? Sex?
Yeah, you put them on when you're going down there and you're like a lady of her sweet. Is it her sweet? Is that the correct word?
So you're going
hairy woman.
So you're going down to the misty beyond.
Yeah.
And you wear goggles for.
Yeah, bush goggles. Yeah.
What? How do I get bush goggles?
I can sort you some out, mate.
Are they on the internet?
No, they're only available on tedhanky.com.
Okay, yeah, I can see.
They're endorsed.
Right, are you pushing your own product here, or?
Do it all, me, mate. I've got bush goggles, mugs, put a great again hats.
I must admit, I cannot talk myself because I do advertisement, but I can hear the word ka-ching here.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it good? I mean, talking about it, I would like a pair of sex goggles.
Bush goggles. Don't have sex with them. They just help you. They'll help you with a bit of cunnilingus.
Right. Well, I am glad you told me this because they've
got little arms on them on the side like that. Well, and what they do is they part the bush like the Red Sea with Moses.
Right. Well,
you don't want the Red Sea when you're down there.
No,
though.
I do not. No. But I would really like a pair of these because many a time when I've gone into the misty beyond, I've come out scratched and eyes damaged. Yes, so I would like a pair of goggles.
How hairy are the women you're going with? Scratched.
No comment. No comment, Ted.
Jesus. Where do you get that from? The special one. Where does that come from? What's it all about? Like. Before you give me the full answer, this is my theory about you being the special one. It's right that you shit yourself on the soft play.
Absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I don't know where that came from, but it's absolute fornication.
Thornaby Pavilion said that a lot of their soft play was in a soiled state with Portuguese poo. And, you were there jumping up and down on the big ball and going down the slide and hitting people with the cushy pillows and stuff. So, Ruben has it.
No, absolutely not. Not at all. Not me.
Right, okay. I believe you.
He might have looked like me. He might have been with my family. But maybe a double. I don't know. But was not me.
Okay. Right. We know it was you. Listen, Jose, we've not talked about Man United.
No.
Good. No, we will do. I'm only kidding.
Well, I don't. I'm very, because Man United, Ted Woodward can kiss my skinny Portuguese ass.
No, I haven't got a skinny Portuguese ass. You've got a lovely bronzed, hairy ass.
Oh, thank you, Ted.
Yeah.
But it's been waxing, not hairy. No.
Oh. That's a shame. It's been lovely having you on TED Talks, the Ted Hanky Podcast. Please, share this interview around with everyone who you know. Invite them to listen to the show. Any other famous people you know, Jose, hook me up. I'm very keen to talk to Ronaldo because I like him. He looks a bit like a woman, but he's not. And I think I fancy him, but I don't.
No, I know what you mean. When I was at Real Madrid, I walk in and I see Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, some days.
Yeah.
And he's very beautiful, but he is man. And don't get me wrong, what he does in his own time, I cannot talk about, but you'll be very interested what he does in own time.
We'll have a chat off air. Matters, that was Jose Mourinho talking to us exclusively on TED Talks. Proper class.
In a world where corruption has gone wild, and no one will do what needs to be done, but two men took it on themselves to do the right thing and take down crime with vengeance. Bum Your Brother Pictures presents Jason Statham, Ted Hanky, star in Men Without Rules.
Why are we always breaking the rules?
because rules are there to be broken.
I'm not happy about. I like to stick to the rules.
It's got to be done.
Fair enough.
Coming to a cinema near you this summer.
Men Without Rules.
Right, so I've got I wasn't prepared for this, but I've got like a sort of special guest who's just dropped in my studio, and it's only fucking Tyson Fury. Tyson, you big handsome bastard, you alright?
I'm not bad, Ted. How are you?
I'm good, mate. Listen, what you doing in the neighbourhood of Middlesbrough?
Well, I'm visiting a distant relative. So, when I heard about the podcast and I was local, I thought it'd be a pleasure to try and get in on it. So, last minute, drop by. Pleasure to be here.
It's lovely how you've not even worn a shirt tonight, because you appreciate how warm the studio is and how fashionable I am. So well done. You look good. I like that paisley jacket. Looks nice.
Well, thank you, Ted. I mean, I won't lie to you. I've seen the podcast, I've seen pictures of you, and I think you're a very trendy individual. So I thought I'd try and take a leaf out of your book. So here I am tonight, and I'm glad you're impressed.
It's a good point, actually, that Tyson. I am as what's known as cool as flange.
Well, I thought you were going to say cool as fuck, but cool as flange is a lot better.
There's nothing better than a nice cool flange. You don't want a hot, sweaty one. Trust me, it gets noisy.
Oh, not exactly that, Ted. You could do with a silencer on it. I don't think there is one, but it'd be very handy.
You're a funny silencer. I've never... that could be something Dragon's Den would be interested in, like... Do a Dragon's Den pitch now. Like, imagine, like, we've just created...
Dragon's Den?
Yeah, we've created, like, this type of...
silencer?
Yeah, think of it like a sanitary towel type of thing, but it's not stopping periods, it's just about what we're doing.
Christ almighty, how do we sell that?
Well, this is the plan, Tyson. What we're going to do is we're going to walk in, we're going to go up that lift, right? We've done this on a few episodes ago, me and my mate Amara, right? And, we go through the lift, we step out there, and we're greeted by Peter... Lanky Legs, that
Mardy Scotsman.
Yeah, the Theo Papaluka Dukas, and that Deborah Meenham, the one who's always got her legs open when they're minge out.
Oh, I 6 tins.
Yeah, that's it, right?
That's
so
right.
what we do is we step up there and we say, yeah!
Right, okay.
Dragons! We've got something for you that's gonna go fucking mad.
Huh?
Now you take over.
Right, dragons, isn't it? Dragons, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. We've got a contraption that when a woman is getting aroused, we can silence the noises, the squelching made by an aroused woman. How's that, Ted?
That's good.
Okay.
What is this device? What do we do?
It is a silencer.
A vaginal silencer.
Vaginal silencer.
That's it,
yes,
yeah.
That's it,
Two options. You can have a vaginal silencer, or you can have a copy of Bella magazine.
Well, oh, good God, Ted, I'm lost. If I was in front of the dragons, I think I'd be executed. Especially by, is he still there, that Ballantyne?
Duncan. Big Duncan. No, he got sacked for being Scottish.
Scottish?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's the crack, isn't it? Listen, I want to talk to you now quickly about your boxing and all that, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm a world champion, Ted, don't forget.
Linear.
Well, come on, a world champ. There's about 600 divisions out there today, but I'm a world champion. You've got to give me that.
I'm not being funny, but I've had a couple of scraps outside of pizza shops in Middlesbrough and Stockton, and I've won them all because I'm known as Right Hook Ted. And the reason why I'm known as Right Hook Ted is I hit him when we left every time. They don't expect it. They think I'm coming in with the right and I fucking bang him with the left.
Never mind all that bollocks, Ted. Show me the belt. Where's your belt?
See?
No, never mind, not a normal belt. I'm in a world champion's belt.
Where's yours?
It's at home.
You don't have one anymore, do you?
I fucking have one, I do.
Fucking ninny,
I mentally have one. You've got to remember, just because I went bananas, got off my head on cocaine and God knows what, but I'm still a world champion, Ted. Give me my due. Give me due.
I will. but you're not the world champion anymore.
Well, that's not fair,
And
Ted.
me and you were now on par. And that means I'm just a bigger man as you are.
I'll tell you what, you're not as big as me. I'm 6'7".
Yeah, you're not right. I'm fucking tiny, me. Like. Listen, right. Eddie, Roger Moore. Is he Roger Moore or what?
He thinks he is, Ted. He thinks he's Roger Moore. But
I once seen him on an interview go, well, that's right, Denton Wilder's going to fight Anthony Joshua.
I tell you what, Ted, it's exactly what he does. Behind closed doors, right, he puts on the man with the golden gun, the spy who loved me, and he fucking struts around thinking he's Roger Moore. He does, but he's not. He thinks he's gorgeous, but he's not.
I bet he can't do a karate chop like Roger Moore can.
Roger Moore can't even do a karate chop.
Well, no, he's dead,
he'd run around with a stiff leg waddle, and I've seen Eddie run around as well. And I tell you, he can't run either.
Tyson, right, what's your thoughts?
Fuck him.
I haven't said yet.
Sorry.
Anthony Joshua. What do you think about him? I like him. He's a big, muscly man.
Oh, is that
Lovely.
right, Ted? What do you like?
Lovely.
Do you like that he looks like a bodybuilder?
No, I like the fact he looks after homeless kids and the needy.
I'd take that with a pinch of salt, Ted. I would. I don't think he does all that shit, mate.
Do you think what? Do you think he kills them?
I think he might take them home. And he gets him doing his...
Right, okay, we'll stop there.
Gets him doing his washing and drying.
I'm glad you said that. Balboa! Are you influenced by Rocky Balboa?
Oh, Ted, how could no one be influenced by Rocky Balboa?
Can I show you my impression?
Go on, yeah, do your impression.
Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Hey, Mick, I feel like a Kentucky Fried Idiot.
Oh, yes, the chasing the chicken.
That's right, yeah, in that sweaty T-shirt he had on with loads of holes in it and that from Freemark.
Well, I'll tell you something, Ted. I go for that angle as well. I wear clothes that I've not washed for 25 years.
You've not even got a fucking shirt on tonight, Tyson.
I've got no pants on either, but that don't matter.
Bloody hell, you know what I mean? I can smell like, sportsmen. They've got a distinctive smell about them. Like, I remember interviewing Ian Botham before, and I understand why they call him Beefy now.
Well, yeah, but a bit of talcum powder wouldn't have killed him. I've soaked my balls in talc.
What's your favourite brand of talc?
I go for the obvious one, Ted. Johnson's. It's not because I'm sponsored by him or anything.
So, actually, for me, sometimes it's a bit of karate, sometimes it's a bit of Blue Stratos,
right,
and sometimes I splash a bit of Pagan for Men on my arsehole.
Right, well, as long as you're putting something on, that's the way to go.
You don't want nappy rash, do you?
Do you, fuck?
No, it's good. It's good. Listen, Tyson, you big handsome twat.
Thank you.
You've right, you don't mind me talking about this, but you've had a couple of demons with the drink and the drugs and that, haven't you?
Well, I have, Ted, and I'd like to think I've overcome those demons. I've overcome them.
By buying more drugs?
No. I've not had an exorcism. Anything like that. I tried it with an old priest and a young priest, and it didn't work. I threw them out because they wanted a lot of money, but that's not what the Catholic Church is about.
Are you kidding me? Catholic Church, you fucking rip off their hours after money? I went to a christening the other week, right? And he was a little bear, he was ginger though, but don't judge it on that, you know what I mean? And he was like, the past, they didn't pass the kid around, they passed like this tray around. The one you put money in. And I put £1.11 in and I got a frown. And do you know why I got a frown?
Why?
I didn't put enough money in. Some bloke, right, in a donkey jacket next to me, he put £5.65 in. And I went, fucking man, what are you putting that much money in for? You should be buying a new jacket. And he went, yeah, it's my grandson. So it
was his grandson,
yeah,
was it?
I felt a bit bad after that.
I'll say this to you, Ted, right? Are you sure it was his grandson?
I'm not Jeremy Calmy. I'm not doing a lie detector test on a christening.
Ted, here's the thing. What concerns me in the Catholic Church, it turns out over the years with studies,
everything's made up.
No, about 35% of priests have been out and out raging paedophiles.
You can't say it. Do you know how many priests listen to this show?
Do you know how many priests have buggered choir boys?
Christ. sorry about that there, Manners. I had to give him a bat round the head and kick him out. You can't go around saying stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'll end up getting some type of lawsuit against me. So just for the record, that was Tyson Fury going off his chops there about stuff I don't agree with and I don't think it's true. So that's my disclaimer, you know, and if God's listening, you know, soz, mate, soz. I couldn't help that, sorry. Right, well, it's come to my favourite part of the show where you, the listeners, send me a question via the social medias, normally Facebook, and I answer them. I answer the good ones, I take the shit ones out, and I answer them as honestly as possible. So it's time for Ask Ted. Now, there's down to 10 questions today, and the first one is from Wilf Smith, a regular on the podcast there. Wilf asks, if you were transported 400 years into the past with no clothes or anything else, how would you prove that you were from the future? There's probably two things there, Wilf. Firstly, I've got an incredibly well manscaped bush. Now, I imagine 400 years ago, they weren't bothered about taking pride in the old pubic regions. So straight away they'll go, well, this guy's clearly from the future because he's trimming his bush and it's in a nice orderly state. And the second one is I've got a tattoo of the Beatles all on my arm. So they'll be amazed by the quality of the tattoo work because tattoos back then, if there were any, would have been just done with a stick and squid ink, so it shows that advanced technology has designed this great tattoo on my arm, and I could talk to him about that, and then I could sing them some Beatles songs, and then they would embrace me as the greatest musician ever. I think it's been done in a film, this, hasn't it? Anyway, like, a good question that, Will. Moving on, Mark Longstaff. Who is Big Fat Julie? Julie? Big Fat Julie? I don't understand the question. Who is she? She's the love of my life. She's my everything. She's my everything. And she doesn't want me anymore, but I want her. That's who she is, Mark. That's who she is. Thanks for bringing that up, you shitbag. Right, compose yourself, Ted. Moving on. Scotty Dinsdale. If you had to recast for the film Police Academy, who would you have? Let me rephrase that, hang on, because I'm reading it like a Doyle. If you had to recast for the film Police Academy, who would you have if you were only allowed to use Boro players past and present? Cheers, pet. Good question, that. I like that. As the lead cool guy, Mahoney, I think it'd have to be George Friend, wouldn't it? Because he's a bloody hunk and, you know, can be a bit cheeky, but still smashing all the lasses. I would probably have Hamilton Rickard as Hightower because she's a big lad and so was Hightower. Nothing to do there with them. Then as Zed, I'd probably have Pogatetz because he's a bit of a mad bastard, wasn't he? So I'd have Pogatetz as Zed. Sweet Chuck, the little geeky one with the glasses and the arm in the cast. I'd probably have that Scottish midfielder who we had for years who Strachan signed. I think he was called Kevin Thompson, something like that, because he was always injured. So and Sweet Chuck was in I'd have that. That's a bit of a crap one, that one. Who else? Hook, don't move your back. I think that would have to be Janino, just because she's little and you know, she packs a punch when she wants to, and we all know Janino's going to knock fuck out Philip Albert. Yeah, shit himself, didn't he, that fucking Albert? Who else have we got? I'd probably have Deriva as Tackleberry. Deriva looks like he owns lots of guns, you see, so that would be my rationale behind that. Gordon Strachan would be Lieutenant Harris. Move it. That would be my choice for that one. Woodgate would be Proctor, because he just looks like he's a bit clumsy, you know what I mean. Other characters in Police Academy. Oh well, Stevie Gibson's got to be many times Commandant Lassard. I think that makes sense at the top of the tree there, Mr. Gibson. I know we said players, but I'm going on the outskirts of the club here now. You know what I mean? So, and then I'd probably have Gary Monk as that prostitute who sucked him off underneath the table when he was giving that speech. Yeah. There's probably main characters I've missed there, but you get the idea there. So that could be the cast for Police Academy 26 there. Next question. Jim Adams, can you balance a Parmo on Big Julie's back and eat this while giving her it from behind and watching Match of the Day? Believe. Couple of thumbs up there as well. Nice one, Jim. Yes, I can. I've done it before. I did it with a full chicken hotshot Parmo, balanced carefully on the back with chips, salad, garlic sauce as well. And I also had a bottle of Fanta rested on a bum cheeks as well for a quick drink. And it was good. Just kept a nice rhythm going, because normally I'm a super fast scuttler, but I kept it on a steady rhythm, so I wasn't going to spill any of my condiments or anything like that. And had a bit of a mix up at the end of it though with the garlic sauce and where I finished, my chips just didn't taste the same. I got a bit confused. So yeah, good question that, Jim. Thanks. Bry Sad Wilson, Ted Wood. Got two questions again, mate. Well, that doesn't fucking surprise me, Bry. First one, they say quitters never win. Why the fuck do they say you should quit when you're ahead then? It's a good question, that. So quitters never win. Why do they say quit while you're ahead? Well, I don't agree with the quit while you're ahead, because, what if you're running a race? That just defeats the objective, doesn't it? Oh, I'm ahead now, I'm going to quit, because then you'll be behind. Good question that, mate. I don't know why they say it, but I agree with you. Next question he's asked there is another good one for me to think about. Why isn't a moustache called a mouth brow? I like that. It's interesting. I wonder where the term moustache came from. I would call it personally a lip slug, because we've all heard the saying, "Oh, your eyebrows come down for the drink," when people have got a big tash. A lip slug I would go with, but you're right. A mouth brow is probably a good terminology to use there, Bri. Good question, that, mate. I like that. Next question, Wedgie, Colin Wedge. No, matey. Thought Boro done okay on Saturday. Do you really believe in Woody and the boys? Let's give the lad a chance and time. Yeah, you've answered your own question there, Col. I think. I do have some belief. I know we're currently sat down at the bottom there. It's not great. I've hurt there. Sorry, I'm always doing that. It's not great, but you're right, there was an improvement in the performance, and we were playing top of the league, West Brom, who were a good outfit with a good, passionate manager, as have we, but I think his experience of him and Julian Dix there, just they know what they're walking into in this division. They're both fighters, where we don't really have any sort of rock hard passion on that bench apart from Leo. Do you know what I mean? I think, Woody, he was more of an intelligent footballer than a dirty one. And Robbie Keane was just, just a lovely man. I'm going to go down, I'm going to score some goals. That's all he used to say. It's a tough one. Maybe we need to bring back some type of nutter into the coaching outfit, just to get people geared up. I think we're missing something like that. But it is what it is. I think we're going to do all right. I think we're going to finish top half, and if we do that, That to me is a great first season for Woody. He might bring some loans in January, and I think we can build on it, and next year we can push for the playoffs again, because let's face it, we're not going to get automatic promotion in that division with the team we've currently got. So there we go. Good question, that, mate. Good question. Richie Austin. I keep hearing advertised on various radio stations, but unfortunately there's no dates or times given. So when will there be a harvest for the world? It's a good question, that, mate, because I've heard it and it's made me hungry. And I'm going, come on and announce it. I want to know where it's happening, and it just never does. It's the same thing, you know what I mean? I never seem to get the look of love either. There's loads of songs that make no sense to me. But good question, that, Richie. Cheers, man. Duncan Phillips, Big Duncan. Hey, Duncan, thanks for coming to me gig the other night. Just for you listeners listening there, I did an opening spot on my mate Dean Mower's solo show, which is called Willie Thorne Looks Like Tosh from the Bill, and it was to an audience of what I can only describe as, apart from Duncan and his lovely wife, as geriatrics, and my humour is quite rude, and when I produced a rather rude painting, I'm pretty sure this posh lady sat in the middle was sick in her mouth, so that was fun, but Duncan and his lovely missus were laughing their heads off all the way through it, and he bought me a coffee as well on coffee.com, like he always does, and as did another lady, I can't remember the name, sorry about that, I think it was Deborah, anyway. You can go to coffee.com, ko-fi.com, and you can buy me a coffee to say cheers, Ted, for being class and that, you know what I mean. But cheers, Duncan. I'll read your question now. When we were kids and jumped into rivers, we would shout, Geronimo! What do you think Geronimo would shout when he jumped into a river? It's a very good question, that, Duncan. Would he not shout, Hi-oh, Silver! Splash! Or would he just not shout anything? Or would he just jump and go, splash? We'll never know. We'll never know, Duncan. I'd like to think he shouted just out the top of his voice, "Flange," because I think it's a great word. But yeah, it'd be interesting question there. I'm interested to see what he would have done if he really existed. Tony Seaman. Hang on, is this going to be a good question, or is he going to take the piss out of my face like he always does? Let's have a look. Top fan he is as well. Top fan for abusing me. Right. Now then, Ted, just a quick question. Years ago, the old gate used to sing to other teams' forwards when they missed, such as, "You couldn't score in a Bovril." What was all that about? And do you think him up front, Ammonia for the Wonga, would score in a Bovril? He's on about Asa Balonga Donga there, I think. It's a good question, Tony. Well done, mate. Someone must have helped you out with it. I think, yeah. Why don't we sing that? Why don't we sing stuff anymore? I used to always sing, "He shoots, he scores, the old gate rose." It's Brian Laws. It's Brian Laws. I should sing that on my own. No one joined in, but we should. Yeah, we should. I hate that one where goalkeepers are taking a goal kick and everyone just goes, "Oh, not even a proper word." Why doesn't everyone just shout, "You shit, you shit, you shit, you shit, you shit, you shit, you shit"? It's going to get on his nerves eventually, isn't it? It's going to get on his nerves eventually. Or when someone's going up to take a shot, why don't we all start doing that thing where we move from side to side like a dream sequence, what they do in like sitcoms and stuff? Surely that's going to disorientate the striker, and he's going to miss because he's going to get dizzy. Imagine a full stadium of all doing that sort of wavy effect like that. Ooh, make that noise as well. I think that's the future. I really do. So yeah, that's a good question, Tony. Cheers, mate. And just to answer that final one, I think Asan Balonga has been putting his boots on the wrong feet lately. Either that, or he's playing in high heels because he's just crap at the minute. Anyway, that was another good section of Ask Ted there. Cheers, matters. Nice one. Well, as always, thank you for all your questions and your contributions. Big thank you to me guests who've been on the show today, Jose Mourinho and Tyson Fury. I hope you like the little trailers that were put in there. Like I said, I'm going to be in a big feature film. You may have noticed there with Jason Statham. So watch out for that. Big thank you to Boro Fan TV and Showcase Comedy for sponsoring this podcast. It's much appreciated. Check out the pages. There's Showcase Comedy. I've got a gig this Thursday in Stockton at the Georgian Theatre. It's a cracking night. Like I've got to say, there's 4 class comedians on, a really good MC in Chris Lum, and then you've got a headline act from an improv group, the Discount Comedy Checkout, which is a bit like Whose Line Is It Anyway, where you make all the suggestions and they act about like dickheads and that. It's class, really good fun, and it's dead cheap. It's only like a £5 a ticket, or you can get 3 tickets for the price of 2. So that's 3 for a tenner. It's not bad. And then on Friday, this is a big one, Matters. I really want your support for this. So if you can make this, I'll be over the moon at the Southern Cross in Martin in Middlesbrough. We've got a comedy night on there for the Laughing Pug Comedy Club. My mate who was on last week, Matty Oxley, his club, does nights all over. Well, this is a cracking night because I've got my mate Chris Giles opening up with some comedy. I think Matty is doing some as well, or he might have another act on in the middle, and then I'm headlining it, and we're going to record the performance as a podcast episode as best as I can. You know what I mean? It's going to be different. I've got some special guests coming along. We're going to do some stuff that's been on previous podcast episodes. It's going to be unique. It's probably going to be shite as well, but you know what I mean? We'll have a laugh doing it because together we're a community, aren't we? That's what we are. You'll have seen me campaign the other day as well. It's touched on earlier. Make butter great again. I've got the hats, you know what I mean? I've got the slogan. I just need the support now. Loads of people shared that video. It had 5,000 views. It's still getting viewed now, I think, so it's good. It's what we want, isn't it? We need to make the butter great again, and putting these comedy nights on as well brings us all together. Now, the good thing about this one on Friday in the Southern Cross is, if you're a butter season ticket holder, or you've got a ticket for the game on Saturday, just show it, and you can bring a friend in for free. So that means you're basically getting buy one, get one free on tickets. So pay on the door. I think it's a £5, or you can go onto my Ted Hanky Facebook page. The event's on there, and there's a link in there to buy tickets direct. I hear it's doing all right, so there's going to be quite a few there. It's going to be a nice atmosphere, and we'll have a laugh. You know what I mean? It's going to be proper class. So, you know the crap. No, that's not the right thing to say. You know the crack. That's more like it said, you daft twat. So you know the crack. We're going to make butter great again. And thanks for tuning in. Thanks for downloading. Up the butter and believe.